Breathing better, breathing easier. Hi, I'm Jared Lanning, pastor of Trinity Lutheran Church in Landis, North Carolina, and this is a public service announcement for all of us dealing with the coronavirus epidemic. By far, the most troubling symptom of the coronavirus is shortness of breath. This symptom is what takes people to the emergency room. It's what eventually might land them in the intensive care, possibly on a ventilator, dealing with the possibility of respiratory depression, respiratory failure, and unfortunately even life or death. What if I told you there was a technique of breathing that would be able to increase your lung capacity, would decrease the amount of energy needed for each breath, and it's a technique that you have already done in your life. I thank my martial arts teachers, Grandmaster Kim Soo and Master David Mitchell, for showing me and reintroducing me to this technique, and I pass it on to you today in hopes that it will aid you in your fight. Most people breathe using the musculature of their upper chest. And under normal circumstances, that works well. But in a time of insufficiency, labored breathing, stress, these muscles are utilized and they wear out very quickly, very quickly. Contrast that to the way a baby breathes. If you watch a baby, you can actually watch their belly rise and fall with each breath. This is called belly breathing or deep breathing. It's a technique that musicians and those who play instruments, elite athletes, know and utilize in their respective crafts. And it's something we've all done at one point in our lives, but we have just forgotten about it. And I think now is a great time to remember it. So let me show you a couple of exercises to do to reintroduce yourself to belly breathing. Get you a book and then find a place to lie down flat. Place this book on your belly like so, and the object is when you breathe in to make the book rise like this. When you breathe out, it falls. Breathe in, it goes up. Breathe out, it falls. Breathe in, goes up. Breathe out. It falls. So as you do this, you may notice that if you're not used to it, that your muscles through your core might get a little bit tired, especially if you do it for a minute or two, which I would suggest doing every single day. These muscles will adjust to that particular load and eventually will become much more efficient and much slower to tire than the muscles of your upper chest. This also increases the amount of lung that actually is inflated when you breathe, and so you get more oxygen exchange potential per breath. So once you are used to that particular technique, then switch to a seated position. And then you'll take the book and you'll pull it just a little snug against your belly. And the object is when you breathe in to make the book move this way. Breathe in, book moves this way, breathe out, returns back. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And ideally, you'd like for your breaths to be in for a count of about 4 and out for a count of about 8. As mentioned, these particular techniques increase the amount of lung that you inflate. They will decrease the amount of energy used per breath, but also they will fight two, I think, of the biggest enemies in the coronavirus issue. Those enemies are stress and anxiety. Whether you have the virus or whether you are concerned about the virus, stress and anxiety are your enemy. Deep breathing, as we have just done, is one way that is proven to decrease stress and decrease anxiety. Another way that is proven to do so is to actually utilize whatever you put on your belly to breathe. Reading actually is shown to decrease cortisol, to decrease the fight or flight response, and to decrease stress as well. So once you're done with your breathing exercise, take the book you utilize, it can be any book, and open it up and read it. In my opinion, this particular one is the best book of all. In the Bible, there are lots of words, but we believe that through those words, the living God speaks to us in real time and speaks to us, giving us a comfort and a peace that nothing else in this world can give. And that comfort and that peace we need every bit of as we deal with this pandemic. So with these exercises, remembering how to belly breathe, maybe something you haven't done since you were a baby, now's a great time to do it again. Then also reading, perhaps reading this book as well. These are things that will help you breathe better. They will help you breathe easier. And I pray that if you are faced with the coronavirus fight, they will help you win. God be with you.